Visualize yourself waking up each morning with legs that feel strong, steady, and full of energy. Imagine stepping out of bed without fear of wobbling or falling, feeling confident in every movement you make. Now, what if I told you that achieving this level of stability and strength is not just a dream, but something you can actively create through the right nutrition? Today, we're going to walk through the top 7 essential vitamins and minerals that can transform the health of your legs. With the right nutrients, muscle weakness, painful cramping, and the constant fear of falling can become problems of the past. Proper nutrition holds the key to maintaining an active, independent, and vibrant lifestyle as we age. These 7 vitamins and minerals don't just strengthen muscles. They also protect bone density, boost circulation, and enhance overall mobility, making a daily difference you can feel. If you enjoy dancing, taking leisurely strolls in the park, or simply having the freedom to move confidently through your day, this video is for you. Before we dive in, I would love to know, where are you watching from today? Please feel free to share in the comments below. And if you want to keep receiving practical health tips designed just for seniors, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Let's work together to create a stronger, more resilient future for you. The first nutrient we need to talk about is vitamin D. As we age, our bodies naturally go through changes that make maintaining strength and mobility more challenging. Bones lose density. Muscles lose mass. Simple activities that once felt effortless can become harder over time. But one of the most overlooked reasons behind this decline is a deficiency in vitamin D. Without enough of this critical nutrient, it becomes much harder for your body to maintain balance, coordination, and leg strength. Vitamin D is not just about bone health, although that's important too. It's absolutely vital for muscle performance, nerve function, and even quick reflexes that help you avoid falls. Let's dive deeper into why vitamin D is so crucial for keeping your legs strong and steady. As we get older, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. At the same time, many seniors spend less time outdoors, either due to mobility challenges, concerns about sun exposure, or lifestyle changes. The result is a quiet, gradual deficiency that weakens the muscles without causing any immediate pain. You might simply notice that getting up from a chair feels harder, or that you feel a little less stable on stairs, but it's not your imagination. Studies have consistently shown that low levels of vitamin D are directly linked to increased muscle weakness and a higher risk of falls in older adults. One research article published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that individuals with low vitamin D levels experienced a much higher rate of muscular atrophy, making everyday movements like climbing stairs or standing from a seated position significantly more difficult. Vitamin D helps your body in multiple ways. First, it supports the absorption of calcium, which is essential for maintaining strong bones. But beyond that, vitamin D enhances neuromuscular function, meaning it helps your nerves and muscles communicate more effectively. This leads to better coordination, faster reflexes, and stronger, more responsive leg muscles. Think of vitamin D as the spark plug for your muscles. Without it, they struggle to fire properly, leading to sluggish movements, instability, and eventually, falls. Research also shows that vitamin D plays a crucial role in maintaining fast-twitch muscle fibers. These are the fibers responsible for quick reactions, like catching yourself if you stumble or adjusting your balance when you trip over an uneven surface. When vitamin D levels drop, these fibers weaken, slowing your reaction time and making it harder for your legs to recover quickly when balance is challenged. Many older adults also suffer from chronic leg pain, stiffness, or muscle cramps. Low-grade inflammation in muscle tissues can be part of the problem, and vitamin D helps reduce this inflammation. Optimizing your vitamin D levels could significantly ease these symptoms, leading to less discomfort and better overall mobility. Neglecting. Vitamin D deficiency doesn't just put your muscles at risk. It also leaves your bones vulnerable to fractures and osteoporosis. Without enough vitamin D, your body struggles to absorb the calcium it needs, leaving bones brittle and prone to breaking, even from minor falls. A simple trip on the stairs could result in a serious injury that dramatically reduces independence and quality of life. But the risks go even further. Research has linked vitamin D deficiency to impaired immune function, cognitive decline, and an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Maintaining strong legs is important, but supporting your overall health and vitality is just as critical. The good news is that optimizing your vitamin D levels is not complicated, and the benefits can be life-changing. Here's how to do it. First, aim for natural sunlight exposure. Spending 15 to 30 minutes outside each day, preferably in the morning or late afternoon, can significantly boost your vitamin D production. Make sure your arms and legs are exposed if possible, but be mindful about sunscreen, as it can block vitamin D synthesis. Second, include vitamin D-rich foods in your diet. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are excellent sources. Other good options include fortified dairy products, egg yolks, and mushrooms. Third, consider supplementation. For many seniors, diet and sunlight alone may not provide enough vitamin D. Most experts recommend 800 to 1,000 IU per day for older adults to maintain optimal bone and muscle function. For those with severe deficiencies, doctors may prescribe higher doses temporarily. A simple blood test can determine your current vitamin D levels and guide you toward the right approach. More and more doctors are recognizing the critical role of vitamin D in senior health, and routine testing is becoming standard practice. Correcting a deficiency could mean the difference between maintaining independence or facing preventable falls and injuries. Remember, strong legs start from the inside out. Vitamin D doesn't just protect your bones, it empowers your muscles, sharpens your reflexes, and strengthens your entire foundation of mobility. By making sure you get enough vitamin D each day, you're taking one of the simplest but most powerful steps toward keeping your legs strong, steady, and ready to support you through a vibrant, independent life. Number 2. Calcium. When most people think about strong bones, they immediately think of calcium, and they're absolutely right. Calcium is the primary building block of bone tissue, making it essential for keeping your legs sturdy, resilient, and capable of supporting your every move. But what many don't realize is that calcium is just as important for muscle contraction as it is for bone strength. Every time you take a step, climb a stair, or rise from a chair, calcium ions trigger the muscles to contract and move. Without enough calcium, both your bones and your muscles begin to suffer, setting off a silent chain reaction that can eventually rob you of your independence. Let's walk through how this happens. As we age, the natural remodeling process of our bones starts to slow down. New bone is created more slowly, while old bone continues to break down. Without adequate calcium intake, the body begins to pull calcium from your bones to maintain vital functions elsewhere, like regulating your heartbeat and nerve signaling. Over time, this withdrawal weakens the bone structure, leaving it brittle and vulnerable to fractures. Now imagine your legs, the pillars that support your entire body, slowly losing their strength. The bones grow more porous, the muscles contract less efficiently, and simple movements become harder. You might not notice it at first. Maybe it's just a little extra fatigue after walking. Maybe a little more difficulty standing up, but over time, the weakness compounds. Suddenly, a stumble on an uneven sidewalk could mean a hip fracture. A minor fall could turn into months of recovery, or worse, a permanent loss of mobility. And with that loss of movement comes a loss of freedom, the ability to live independently, to enjoy favorite activities, to feel confident in your own body. This is why calcium is so much more than just a mineral for strong bones. It's a foundation for maintaining your strength, your mobility, and your self-sufficiency. The legs, being the largest weight-bearing structures in the body, are particularly vulnerable to the consequences of calcium deficiency. Hip fractures, femur breaks, and lower leg injuries are some of the most common and devastating outcomes seen among older adults with poor bone density. And the road to recovery, if possible at all, is long and difficult, but calcium isn't only about bones. Remember, muscles rely on calcium to contract. Each movement you make is the result of a finely tuned dance of electrical impulses and calcium, signaling between your brain, nerves, and muscle fibers. If calcium levels are low, muscle contractions weaken. You feel slower, less steady, more fatigued. Leg cramps may become more frequent. Balance deteriorates, and the risk of falls increases dramatically. So how can you ensure that your body gets enough calcium to support strong bones and efficient muscles? The good news is there are plenty of delicious and natural ways to boost your calcium intake. Dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese are classic sources, and for good reason. They provide high levels of calcium in an easily absorbed form. But if dairy isn't your favorite, or if you're lactose intolerant, there are plenty of other options. Fatty fish, such as sardines and salmon, especially with bones, offer a rich dose of calcium. Plant-based options include leafy greens like kale, bok choy, and collard greens, tofu, almonds, fortified plant milks, and fortified cereals can also help you meet your daily needs. A varied diet is key. Relying on a range of foods ensures that your body absorbs calcium more effectively, while also giving you a broader spectrum of supporting nutrients like magnesium and vitamin K, which are essential for calcium metabolism. For those who struggle to get enough through food alone, calcium supplements can be helpful. But it's important to approach supplementation carefully. More is not always better. Excessive calcium intake, especially from supplements, can lead to digestive issues, kidney stones, and even contribute to arterial stiffness if not properly balanced with other nutrients like magnesium and vitamin K2. Most experts recommend a daily intake of 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams of calcium for older adults. This target can usually be achieved through a combination of food and, if necessary, moderate supplementation. Physical activity is another critical part of the equation. Calcium alone cannot strengthen bones if they are not subjected to regular weight-bearing exercise. Simple activities like walking, gentle resistance training, or even dancing can stimulate bone remodeling and help direct calcium to where it's needed most, your legs and hips. Think of it this way. Calcium provides the raw material, but movement is what tells your body where to use it. Without movement, calcium can't work its magic. Ultimately, maintaining strong legs as you age isn't just about preventing fractures. It's about preserving the ability to live life on your own terms, the ability to stand up without assistance, to go for a walk in the park, to chase after your grandchildren. Calcium is a key piece of that freedom. By making a conscious effort today to nourish your body with the calcium it needs, you are building a foundation of strength, stability, and confidence for all the days to come. A strong future starts with strong legs, and strong legs start with strong bones. Number 3. Vitamin B12. Despite all the attention given to calcium and protein when it comes to maintaining leg strength, very few people realize just how critical vitamin B12 is for keeping your legs steady and your movements sharp. Vitamin B12 plays a vital role in maintaining the health of your nervous system. It keeps the electrical impulses traveling from your brain down to your legs strong, clear, and accurate. Without enough B12, that communication system begins to break down, and the consequences can be surprisingly severe. Muscle weakness, instability, and a gradual loss of coordination are all common symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency. You might feel like your legs are heavy, sluggish, or even a little numb. There might be tingling sensations or a strange feeling that your legs aren't responding as quickly as they should. At first, it's easy to dismiss these signs as simply normal aging, but the truth is far more important. This decline is not inevitable. It's preventable. One of the biggest mistakes seniors often make is assuming that feeling weaker or less coordinated is just something they have to accept as they get older. But many of these symptoms can be directly tied to a hidden B12 deficiency. Addressing it early can make a profound difference in mobility, balance, and overall quality of life. The reason B12 deficiency is so common in older adults comes down to the way our bodies absorb it. Vitamin B12 is unique among nutrients because it depends on a special protein called intrinsic factor, produced in the stomach, to be absorbed properly. As we age, the production of stomach acid and intrinsic factor often decreases, making it much harder for the body to absorb B12 from food. Conditions like gastritis, acid reflux, and the long-term use of medications such as antacids and protons pump inhibitors can further impair B12 absorption. Even seniors who eat what seems like a healthy diet may not be getting enough B12 into their bloodstream to support nerve health. The consequences of prolonged B12 deficiency are not limited to feeling a little tired or weak. Over time, untreated deficiency can cause irreversible nerve damage. Reflexes slow down. Balance deteriorates. The risk of falls rises dramatically. Tasks that once felt automatic, like climbing stairs or catching yourself if you trip, become harder, slower, and more dangerous. It's heartbreaking to realize how many seniors struggle with a loss of independence simply because a correctable deficiency went unnoticed for too long. The good news is that restoring vitamin B12 levels can lead to remarkable improvements in energy, movement, and confidence. Research shows that seniors who address B12 deficiency often experience stronger endurance, faster reflexes, and a significant boost in leg function. So, where can you get vitamin B12? Unlike many other vitamins, B12 is found almost exclusively in animal-based foods. Good dietary sources include lean meats, seafood like salmon and tuna, eggs, dairy products, and shellfish such as clams and liver, which are among the richest natural sources. For those who follow plant-based diets or have absorption challenges, fortified foods and supplements are excellent options. Many cereals, plant-based milks, and nutritional yeasts are now fortified with vitamin B12, making it easier to include in daily meals. Because B12 absorption can be so unpredictable, many older adults benefit from taking a daily B12 supplement, either in pill form or as a sublingual tablet that dissolves under the tongue for better absorption. In more severe cases, doctors may recommend periodic B12 injections to bypass the digestive system entirely. One of the reassuring things about vitamin B12 is its safety profile. Any excess is simply eliminated in the urine, making it one of the safest vitamins to supplement even at higher doses under medical supervision. Experts generally recommend that seniors aim for at least 2.4 micrograms of vitamin B12 per day, although therapeutic doses are often higher when deficiency is suspected or confirmed. The most important thing to understand is that strong legs depend on more than just muscles. They depend on healthy, responsive nerves. Without fast, accurate signaling between your brain and your legs, Even the strongest muscles cannot perform at their best. So if you've been feeling unusually tired, noticed tingling or numbness in your feet, or experienced a loss of coordination, don't just chalk it up to getting older. It could be your body's way of asking for more vitamin B12. A simple blood test can reveal your B12 status, and correcting a deficiency could be one of the most powerful steps you take to restore your strength, improve your balance, and regain your confidence. Your legs carry you through life. Give them the nourishment they need to stay strong, steady, and responsive. Vitamin B12 might just be the missing piece you've been looking for. Number 4. Magnesium. Imagine this. You're lying in bed after a long day, finally starting to drift off to sleep. Then, suddenly, without warning, a sharp pain grips your calf. A leg cramp. You jolt awake, trying to stretch or massage it away, but the pain lingers, leaving you frustrated, restless, and exhausted. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Nighttime leg cramps are one of the most common, yet most overlooked, complaints among older adults. And very often, the hidden culprit behind these painful spasms is a deficiency in magnesium. Magnesium plays a critical role in muscle function. It regulates the delicate balance of calcium and potassium in muscle cells, allowing muscles to contract and, just as importantly, to relax properly after contraction. Without enough magnesium, muscles can become overexcited, leading to sudden spasms, cramps, and that dreaded feeling of being yanked out of sleep by pain. But magnesium's importance doesn't stop at muscle relaxation. It also supports the proper transmission of nerve signals throughout the body. Every time you take a step, climb a stair, or simply adjust your balance, a complex symphony of electrical impulses travels from your brain to your muscles. Magnesium acts like a calming conductor for this symphony, ensuring that signals are delivered smoothly and that muscles respond with controlled, coordinated movements. When magnesium levels are too low, those signals can become chaotic or delayed. The result is not just cramps, but also general muscle weakness, fatigue, and a feeling of heaviness in the legs. Even a short walk can feel more tiring than it should, and climbing stairs may seem steeper than ever before. Sadly, magnesium deficiency is incredibly common among seniors, yet it often goes undiagnosed. There are a few reasons for this. First, the body's ability to absorb magnesium declines with age. Second, many medications commonly prescribed to seniors, like diuretics for blood pressure or proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux, can further deplete magnesium stores. And third, modern diets tend to be low in magnesium-rich foods. Stress also plays a role. Whenever the body experiences physical or emotional stress, magnesium is used up more quickly. Over time, this creates a silent drain on magnesium levels, contributing to a slow but steady erosion of muscle health and nerve function. Fortunately, replenishing magnesium is both simple and incredibly effective. Many people notice improvements in muscle relaxation, energy, and even sleep quality within just a few weeks of restoring healthy magnesium levels. So, where can you find magnesium? Plenty of delicious natural sources are available. Leafy greens like spinach, Swiss chard, and kale are excellent options. Nuts and seeds, especially almonds, pumpkin seeds, and cashews, are rich in magnesium and make for easy snacks. Other good sources include avocados, black beans, bananas, and even dark chocolate in moderation. Including a few magnesium-rich foods in your daily meals can go a long way toward supporting strong, relaxed muscles and a healthier nervous system. For those who struggle to get enough through diet alone, magnesium supplements can be a smart option. Magnesium citrate and magnesium glycinate are two forms that are particularly well absorbed and gentle on the digestive system. Always start with a moderate dose and adjust as needed, preferably under the guidance of your healthcare provider. The recommended daily intake for magnesium varies slightly based on age and gender, but for most older adults, aiming for around 320 to 420 milligrams per day is ideal. And here's something important to keep in mind. Magnesium doesn't just help during the daytime. By calming overactive nerves and soothing tense muscles, it also promotes deeper, more restful sleep. If you've been struggling with insomnia, waking frequently during the night, or feeling unrested, in the morning, low magnesium levels could be playing a role. The beauty of magnesium is how quickly the body responds once levels are restored. Within days or weeks, many seniors report fewer cramps, better sleep, smoother movements, and a general sense of ease that they hadn't felt in years. It's a quiet kind of healing. Not flashy, not dramatic. Just the slow, steady return of strength, comfort, and peace. When you nourish your body with enough magnesium, you're giving your legs, and your entire body, a fighting chance to move with confidence and freedom. It's one of the simplest changes you can make, but the impact can be truly life-changing. Number 5. Potassium. Imagine standing up from your chair, ready to take a step forward. But just as you shift your weight, your leg trembles unexpectedly. You try to steady yourself, but the shakiness lingers, making you feel unsteady and unsure. It's a frightening moment, and for many older adults, it's not just bad luck. It's often a sign that their body is quietly crying out for more potassium. Potassium is a critical mineral for nerve and muscle function. Every single movement you make, from lifting your foot to balancing on uneven ground, relies on precise communication between your nerves and your muscles. Potassium acts like the conductor of this intricate communication system, making sure electrical signals travel efficiently and muscles respond accurately. When potassium levels drop too low, the electrical impulses slow down or become erratic. The result? Muscles may feel weak, tremble under pressure, or even cramp unexpectedly. You might find that your legs feel heavy, shaky, or slow to react when you need them most. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Shaky legs increase the risk of falls, which are one of the leading causes of injury among seniors. A simple misstep caused by weak or trembling muscles could lead to a fall that changes everything. Loss of mobility, loss of confidence, and in some cases, loss of independence. But the good news is that potassium deficiency is often easily correctable once you recognize the signs and take action. Potassium works closely with sodium to maintain the body's electrolyte balance. This balance controls not just hydration, but also muscle contractions and nerve signals. Too little potassium throws off this delicate equilibrium, leading to muscle cramps, spasms, and poor coordination. You might notice this at night, waking up with legs that twitch involuntarily, or feeling like your muscles just won't cooperate when you need to move quickly. Or you might notice it when you walk up the stairs and your legs feel unusually wobbly. Low potassium can also lead to slower reaction times. If you stumble, your legs may not respond quickly enough to catch yourself, raising the risk of a fall. All of this paints a clear picture. Potassium is not just important. It is essential for safe, confident movement at any age, but especially after 60. Fortunately, replenishing potassium is not difficult if you know what to eat. Bananas are the most famous potassium-rich food, but they are just the beginning. Other excellent sources include avocados, spinach, sweet potatoes, beans, lentils, yogurt, and oranges. Even baked potatoes, especially when eaten with the skin on, provide a large boost of potassium that helps stabilize nerve and muscle function. The goal is not to load up on just one food, but to include a variety of potassium-rich options throughout your week. Think of adding a handful of spinach to your morning omelet, snacking on a banana in the afternoon, or topping your salad with a few slices of avocado. For most adults, the recommended daily intake of potassium is around 2,600 milligrams for women and 3,400 milligrams for men. Meeting this goal through food alone is ideal because it also provides the fiber, vitamins, and other minerals your body needs to function at its best. However, if dietary intake falls short, potassium supplements might be considered, but only under medical supervision. Too much potassium from supplements can be harmful, especially for those with kidney issues, so it's important to approach supplementation carefully. Another key point to remember is that hydration and potassium go hand in hand. When you become dehydrated, your body loses potassium more rapidly. This is why muscle cramps and weakness are often worse during hot weather or after illness. Staying hydrated with water and eating potassium-rich foods helps maintain the electrolyte balance your muscles depend on. Restoring potassium levels often brings a noticeable sense of stability back to the legs. Seniors who struggled with leg trembling or instability often find themselves walking with more confidence, climbing stairs with greater ease, and feeling steadier on their feet. It's not just about avoiding cramps or discomfort. It's about reclaiming the ability to move freely, to feel strong and stable every time you take a step forward. By making a few simple dietary adjustments, you can restore this vital mineral and help your body move the way it was meant to move, with strength, balance, and certainty. Number 6. Vitamin K. Imagine for a moment that calcium in your body is like a busy flow of cars on a highway. Every car needs to get to the right destination to keep everything running smoothly. Now, picture vitamin K as the traffic controller standing at every intersection, making sure calcium moves exactly where it's needed most, into your bones, not into your arteries or joints. Without enough vitamin K, calcium can get lost along the way. Instead of strengthening your bones, it may start building up in places it doesn't belong, like blood vessels and soft tissues. This misplaced calcium can lead to stiff joints, weakened arteries, and poor circulation, making movement harder and increasing the risk of serious health problems over time. Vitamin K's role is subtle, but incredibly powerful. It directs calcium to the right places, ensuring strong bones, flexible joints, and healthy arteries. Think of it as the unseen force keeping everything in order behind the scenes. Many people focus heavily on calcium and vitamin D when they think about bone health. And while these are important, without vitamin K acting as the traffic controller, even the best calcium intake might go to waste, or worse, cause harm. Vitamin K activates specific proteins in your body, like osteocalcin, that help bind calcium into the bone matrix. Without this activation, calcium can't integrate properly into your bones, leaving them weaker and more fragile. At the same time, vitamin K prevents calcium from depositing in your arteries, protecting your blood vessels from stiffening and hardening, which can lead to serious cardiovascular problems. For seniors, this is especially critical. As we age, bones naturally lose density, and arteries become more vulnerable to calcification. Vitamin K helps slow down both processes at once, making it an incredibly valuable nutrient for maintaining not just mobility, but overall vitality and independence. When bones stay strong, the risk of fractures drops dramatically. When arteries and feet stay flexible, blood flows more easily, nourishing your muscles and keeping your legs feeling strong and energized. Several studies have shown that higher vitamin K intake is associated with better bone density, fewer fractures, and healthier joints, especially in older adults. People with adequate vitamin K levels also tend to have better balance and a lower risk of falls. If you've ever noticed stiffness in your knees when you stand up, or if you worry about losing your balance, vitamin K could quietly be playing a role you didn't realize. Fortunately, getting more vitamin K is both simple and delicious. Leafy green vegetables are some of the richest natural sources. Spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, and Brussels sprouts all provide abundant vitamin K1, which supports bone health. Meanwhile, fermented foods like natto, aged cheeses, and some animal products like liver and egg yolks offer vitamin K2, which is even more potent for directing calcium to your bones rather than letting it settle where it shouldn't. Including a daily serving of leafy greens or a few servings each week of fermented foods can make a real difference in protecting your bone and joint health. If your diet is limited or your digestion isn't optimal, vitamin K supplements can also be considered. However, it's important to talk to your doctor first, especially if you are taking blood-thinning medications, because vitamin K plays a role in blood clotting and can affect how these drugs work. The bottom line is simple. Vitamin K doesn't just protect your bones, it protects your ability to move, to stay independent, and to feel strong every time you get up and walk. It's the silent guide making sure your body's building materials go exactly where they need to go, keeping your foundation stable and your pathways clear. Without it, the system falters. Bones weaken, joints stiffen, mobility declines. But with enough vitamin K, you give your body the tools to stay resilient, balanced, and strong well into the years ahead. It's a small nutrient with a massive impact, a true guardian of strength and grace. By simply adding a few servings of leafy greens to your meals or trying a new fermented food each week, you're giving your body the chance to stand taller, move easier, and enjoy life with greater confidence. Vitamin K quietly orchestrates the flow of calcium with the same precision and care as a skilled traffic controller at a busy intersection. It's working every day to keep you moving freely, even if you never notice it. Number 7. Vitamin B6. Vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, plays a fundamental role in how your body moves and feels. It's critical for the health of your nervous system, the production of red blood cells, and the efficient use of protein to maintain muscle mass. Without enough B6, even the strongest muscles struggle to perform. Let's start with the nervous system. Every time you move a muscle, whether it's taking a step or lifting your foot to clear a stair, a message has to travel from your brain, through your spinal cord and down your nerves. Vitamin B6 helps create the neurotransmitters that carry these messages. Without enough B6, the signals slow down, weaken, or even get lost along the way. This breakdown in communication shows up in real life as clumsiness, shakiness, slower reaction times, or legs that simply don't move as quickly or accurately as you want them to. Over time, it's easy to mistake these symptoms for normal aging, but often they are signs that your nervous system is starved for essential support. Vitamin B6 is also vital for muscle recovery and energy. It helps your body metabolize protein, the building block of muscle tissue. When B6 levels are low, muscles can't repair themselves properly after daily activity, leading to greater fatigue, more soreness, and slower recovery. You might feel like your muscles just don't bounce back anymore, that even mild activity leaves you drained for hours or days. And the truth is, without enough B6, your muscles are fighting an uphill battle every single day. But there's another critical connection that many people miss. Vitamin B6 plays a direct role in the production of red blood cells. These cells carry oxygen from your lungs to your muscles. Without enough red blood cells, your muscles become starved for oxygen, making every movement harder and more tiring. It's not just that your legs feel heavy, it's that they genuinely aren't getting enough fuel to keep going. If you find yourself breathing harder after a short walk, feeling wiped out after climbing a few stairs, or needing to rest after even light chores, it's very possible that your body is quietly pleading for more vitamin B6. And there's good news. Addressing B6 deficiency can lead to surprisingly fast improvements in stamina, energy, and muscle comfort. So, where can you find vitamin B6? Thankfully, nature provides plenty of options. Chicken, turkey, salmon, and tuna are among the richest sources. Plant-based options include bananas, chickpeas, potatoes, and fortified cereals. Including a variety of these foods in your daily meals can ensure a steady supply of this essential vitamin. For seniors, the recommended daily intake of B6 is around 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams. It doesn't sound like much, but getting enough makes a profound difference. If diet alone isn't enough, or if absorption is a concern, something that becomes more common with age, B6 supplements can be helpful. Just be cautious with high-dose supplements, as too much over long periods can cause nerve issues. Balance is key, and it's always wise to discuss supplements with your healthcare provider. Restoring B6 levels isn't about becoming superhuman. It's about giving your muscles, your nerves, and your blood the tools they need to do their jobs properly. It's about turning those slow, heavy steps into confident strides again. It's about reclaiming the energy to do the things you love without the constant shadow of exhaustion. Because here's the simple truth. Fatigue after light activity, frequent muscle soreness, and slow recovery aren't just normal parts of getting older. They are signals that your body needs support. And vitamin B6 is one of the quiet, powerful ways to answer that call. Today, you've discovered the 7 key vitamins and minerals that can help you reclaim strength, stability, and confidence in your legs. Vitamin D to build resilience, calcium to fortify your bones, vitamin B12 to sharpen your nerve signals, magnesium to ease your movements, potassium to steady your steps, vitamin K to protect your joints and bones, and vitamin B6 to fuel your muscles with lasting energy. Each small choice you make, whether it's enjoying a leafy green salad, stepping outside for morning sun, or savoring a simple bowl of oatmeal, nourishes not just your body, but also your spirit. Taking care of your health is one of the most powerful acts of self-respect. And every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to a life filled with greater freedom, energy, and joy. If you found this video helpful, I invite you to like it, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another tip for better living. And if you feel inspired, please leave a comment below and share which vitamin or mineral you'll focus on first. Your journey can inspire someone else to start theirs too. Together, we are building a community that chooses to live stronger, move freer, and stay vibrant for many years to come. Because in the end, it's not just about living long, it's about living well.